Listo, amigos. Now let's do the counting. 1, 2, 3, and hip and 5, 6, 7, hip and 1, 2, 3. Hip, 5, 6, 7, hip and 1, 2, 3, and hip. 5, 6, 7, hip and 1, 2, 3, and hip. 5, 6, 7, hip and 1, 2, 3, and hip. 5, 6, 7, hip and 1, 2, and hip and 5, 6, 7, hip and 1, 2, 3, and hip. 5, 6, 7, stop. Now, amigos, let's do the breaking down of the moves. My partner and I are going to start with a simple basic. We're going to have a little bit of a rotation, so we make sure you guys have a better view. Let's have it. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, and hip and 5, 6, 7, hip. Next part of the move is the simple girl's turn. Let's make sure we open up so the girl has the space to turn. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, and hip and 5, 6, 7, stop. Next part, we're going to do the turn. Ready, guys? We're moving towards the left. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, and hip. On this part, we're going to make sure we actually change our hands. It's going to be left hand for the guys with left hand for the girls. And we continue with the turn. On 5, 6, 7, stop. Now we have actually, as we created the distance, we have our hands changed. Swap. What we're gonna use this is for a simple hair comb for the girls. It's quite basic. It's quite important to make sure that our hair comb, it just goes slightly above the girl's head. All right. None too high, neither try too low. Moving back to our original position. Let's do the girls' comb. The girls' hair comb. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, and hip and 5, 6, 7, stop. Now we're gonna go into the stops, stationary stops. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, stop. 5, 6, 7, hip. 1, 2, 3, stop. Stationary and hip. Now we're gonna go into a basic, and we're done. 1, 2, 3, and hip and 5, 6, 7, stop. Okay, guys, let's go in a little more detail on our stationary stops. We're going to start with a half basic on 1, 2, 3, and hip. Now is our stop part. We're going to move on our beat 5 towards the right, and on beat 6 we stop. 5, our left foot is going to stop on 6. On 7 we hip back on the opposite direction, and we hip. Now we're going to do a little bit of a recount again. We're going to start from 1, but we're going to move towards the right. Again, half of a basic step. 1, 2, 3, and hip. We're going to do the stops, same way as we did before. On beat 5, we're going to move to the left. 5, we stop on 6, go in the opposite direction on 7, and hip. Let's do it really quick again. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, and hip. 5, 6, stop. 7, opposite direction, and hip. And we finish it up. 1, 2, 3, and hip. 5 and 6, 7, and hip. And that's our stationary stops.
Ladies, let's go through that move for you. We're going to start this move with a basic step, and we're twisting on the second half of it. Here we go. We're stepping 1, 2, 3, and hip, turning 5, 6, 7, and hip. Our partner is going to lead us to the right and is going to raise our right hand, signalling a turn for us. Here we go, ladies. Stepping 1, 2, 3, and hip. Partner's raised our right hand. We're turning 5, 6, 7, and hip. Our partner's now going to do a turn on 1, 2, 3, and hip. And at this stage, he's caught our left hand in his. We're now going to turn towards our left for 5, 6, 7, and hip. Now our partner has kept both of our hands. He's also raised our right one. This signals a hair comb. He's simply going to take your right hand, ladies, and skim it over the top of your head, and he's going to do the same with his hand. Here we go for our hair comb, stepping on our right. On 1, 2, 3, and hip. Finish in 5, 6, 7, and hip. Now we come into the second part of our move, where we go into the stationary stops. Let's try it. We're going to start on our right foot for the first half of this basic. So we're stepping 1, 2, 3, and hip. We're stepping on our left for 5, and stopping on our right for 6. Reversing for 7, and hip. We're now changing direction with the count. We're going to start on our left foot on beat 1. So this signals the first half of the next part of that move. So we're stepping on our left for 1, 2, 3, and hip. That second half of the stationary for 5, 6, 7, and hip. So you're hipped on your right. We're now in turn to finish that move, ladies, finishing with a complete basic on 1, 2, 3, and hip. Turning 5, 6, 7, and stop.